Hi guys, Alex Taylor down here at Lytham Golf Academy, and today, finally, I've got in my hands the Mizuno Jpx 900 driver. So it's been out for a short while, but this is the first chance I've had to get my hands on it. Genuinely excited to hit this because I think this has had some great feedback with reviews I've watched so far. And I've always felt that Mizuno make phenomenally good irons. Kind of always felt the drivers haven't really lived up to that expectation that I've had, but very excited about hitting this. I've got this set at 8.5 degrees, low spin, stiff shaft. We're going to hit 6 balls, real balls, TP5, TaylorMade TP5 balls on GC quad. We're going to look at some carry distances, but some launch conditions, and just give you some general feedback whether this might be a driver to look at for this year. So when it sits behind the golf ball, it's very blue, very, very blue, but looks nice, and for me kind of feels a little bit short. I've put it against other drivers and it's not, but it kind of, don't know whether just the colour of the driver and the shaft kind of make it feel a bit short. But 8.5, stiff shaft, 6 shots, off we go. So a little bit toey with the strike. We will look at some numbers at the end, and I'll get the numbers to pop up as I'm hitting the shots for the launch angles and spin rates. So certainly a bit toe strike there. Shot number 2. Can still feel a little bit out of the toe. And certainly for me, the ball's kind of, certainly with that toe strike, still launching up in the air, and doesn't feel at 8.5 degrees like it's difficult for me to get this in the air. I've had a little play with this. I wouldn't guarantee this is set up perfectly for me, but very similar to how I've hit everything else this year. That certainly felt more solid of the strikes. And again, pretty consistent, all over 250 for carry. And generally speaking so far, spin's not bad, but 3 more. And it does feel nice and solid. It does feel very solid off the club head. Again, love that. Nice high, flat trajectory. Longest one so far, and last couple. So I've currently got a different driver in my bag, but if this works well, I'm always open to swapping. It does feel good, it does feel very, very good, and looks nice behind the ball. Let's hit one last one, and then we'll pull up some numbers, look at some averages, and see how the Jpx 900 performs for me. Maybe a little bit low off the face for that last one. Just launched a bit lower. Okay guys, so I would say 4 good solid ones, one a little bit toey and one a little bit low on the face. But let's look at some numbers and see how the driver performed. So we look at the 6 shots there. You know, there's certainly 2 where the spin's out a little bit. Ball speed consistent, kind of around that 152, which is the average. First one was a little bit low, it was a bit high and toey. But all in all, longest carry of 266, which is very, very good. I'd take that with the way I'm swinging at the moment. Launch angle changed a little bit, more dependent, I think, on where I hit it on the club face. And even if I were to then hide those 2 that were slight mishits, I mean, at that 2-3 spin with 12.4 launch, average carry at 259 would be very impressive because it's good carry and still would get plenty of run with that. But even with those couple of mishits in there, still launch angle stayed at 12.4, spin just jumped up to 2.6. So generally speaking, some really, really good numbers overall. Right then guys, so what did I think of Jpx 900? Did it look good? Yeah, it's very different from everything else on the market with kind of the blue head that I've tested, but I quite like that. I think it looked kind of quite a traditional shape. I don't think for me Mizuno are doing too much with the top of the club to make it look special. I think underneath there's lots of adjustability. You can obviously move the weights in the middle to affect the spin. We can move the weights kind of toe and heel as well, just to affect draw and fade. How much of that actually makes a difference? I'm sure the manufacturers will claim maybe more than I could test. And obviously lots of adjustability around the neck for loft and club face position. So all in all, you know, a very adjustable driver. I think for me it's performed pretty well there, and I don't think that would be that far away from kind of my current driver in the bag. But like I said, it looks good, it feels good, it's very adjustable. The key as everything is to get fitted and get set up properly for yourselves. But should the Mizuno Jpx 900 be something you should be trying? Undoubtedly. I think with different shaft options and all those settings on the head, you've definitely got the chance to try something that will be set up perfectly for you. And if this is what works best, get it in the bag for this season. So guys, as ever, really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. Thank you for watching. Like and share if you've enjoyed. Follow me on all the social media platforms. Subscribe to my channel if you don't already. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here in the future. Stay in contact.